I knew it was wrong, but I kept doing it anyway. Until one moment, everything changed. I live between guilt and desire, walking closer to the fire. Every time I try to stop, I ended up falling back on top. I told myself just one more time, ignoring every warning sign. But deep inside I felt the weight of a soul heading toward its fate. I smiled while I was breaking inside, trying to run, trying to hide. But no matter how far I went, I could feel the consequence. This is not who you are. You know better than this. And I kept pretending I didn't hear it. The closer I got to the edge, the louder your voice became. The moment I said no to sin, everything changed. I felt chains breaking in my name. What used to control me lost its grip. When I finally let go of it, I was falling, but you pulled me back out of darkness into your path. And in that moment I understood, freedom is found in good. It wasn't easy to walk away from everything I used to say was part of me, part of my life, even if it cut like a knife. But peace was stronger than my past, and I knew it couldn't last if I kept living in the light that slowly drained me inside. So I chose the harder way, to let my old self decay and step into a different light, even if it cost me the night. God, I don't want this anymore. I choose you, even if I have to start again. One decision changed my path. One surrender broke the past. The moment I said no to sin, everything changed. I felt chains breaking in my name. What used to control me lost its grip. When I finally let go of it, I was falling, but you pulled me back out of darkness into your path. And in that moment I understood, freedom is found in I thought I would regret this, but I finally feel alive. The moment I said no to sin, everything changed. My life was never the same. What once had power over me lost its authority. I was lost, but now I see. You set my spirit free, and now I live to testify. I chose you, and I got life. One decision changed everything. One decision. I didn't hate God. I just didn't want to listen anymore. So I ran from the truth. I ignored the voice inside my mind. Told myself I'd be just fine. Every warning I pushed away. I thought tomorrow would be a better day. I chose silence over correction. I chose pride over direction. And slowly I became a stranger to the truth that could have saved me from danger. I laughed when I should have turned around, kept digging deeper underground, until the life I built collapsed, and I was left with nothing at last. I thought I was free, but I was just blind. And truth was waiting for me the whole time. I ran from light, I ran from sound, until there was nothing left around. I ran from truth until it broke me, and in my lowest place you spoke to me. I thought I was too far gone, but you were there. Your mercy showed. I saw the damage I had done, all the battles I had won, but every victory felt like loss, because I never counted the cost. My reflection didn't feel like me, just someone I refused to see. And in the wreckage of my own mistake, I finally began to break, not into pieces of despair alone, but into a place where grace was shown, where everything I tried to hide was met by love I couldn't deny. I can't fix this anymore. I've tried everything. If you're still willing, I need you now. Truth didn't leave, I was the one, running until my strength was gone. I ran from truth until it broke me, and in my lowest place you spoke to me. I thought I was too far gone, but you were there. Was healed by love I can't deny. I stopped running, and I finally heard you, and you didn't reject me. I ran from truth until it broke me, and in my lowest place you spoke to me. I thought I was too far gone, but you were there. It gave me life. I ran from truth, but truth led me home. I never got to say goodbye. It happened too fast, and I've been stuck in that moment ever since. One phone call changed my life. One moment cut like a knife. Everything I knew just disappeared, and I've been drowning in my own tears. I still hear the silence of that day, words I wish I could take away. Now memories won't let me sleep, they follow me so deep. People say time will heal the pain, but they don't feel this rain, because some goodbyes are never said, they just stay inside your head. God, why so suddenly? I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to let go. I lost the one I love the most, and I feel like I lost my soul. I didn't say goodbye, but God held me when I couldn't breathe. He carried me in the middle of my broken night. He became my light. I was falling apart inside, but He stayed right by my side. And even when I couldn't pray, He never walked away. I asked questions with no reply. God, tell me why. But all I got was silent skies and a heart full of cries. I blamed the world, I blamed the pain, I even questioned your name. But somehow in my deepest grief, You gave my soul relief, not by removing what I feel, but by reminding me you're real. Even when my heart can't understand, I'm still held by your hand. I don't know how to move on. I don't know how to accept this, but I can't do this alone. Even in death, even in pain, your love still remains. I didn't say goodbye, but God held me when I couldn't breathe. He carried me in the middle of my broken night. He became my light. I was falling apart inside, but He stayed right by my side. And even when I couldn't pray, He never walked away. Maybe goodbye was never the end. Maybe heaven made a friend, and the one I lost is safe above, wrapped in perfect love. I still hurt, but I trust You, even when I don't understand. I didn't say goodbye, but God held me through every tear. He carried me, and though my heart is still in pain, His love remains. I lost someone I can't replace, but I found mercy in this place, and now I live to testify. Even in loss, God is my life. I didn't get to say goodbye, but God never let me go. I I never thought I would end up here. Not like this. At the bottom, where no one comes back from. I had dreams that looked so bright, but I walked away from the light, chasing things that didn't last. Now I'm just a shadow of my past. I lost people I can't replace. I lost time I can't retrace. And every step I took on my own only made me feel more alone. I thought I was building my life so strong, but I was wrong all along. Now everything I touched has turned to dust, and I don't even know who to trust. I thought I was in control, but I was just falling. Falling without even noticing. I ran so far, thinking I was free, but I lost everything inside of me. At the bottom, I heard God. When I had nothing, I found love. When I was broken beyond repair, He met me right there. I lost the world I tried to build, but I found peace I never felt. And now I know what I couldn't see. God never gave up on me. I tried to fix what I destroyed, but every attempt just left me void. No success could heal this pain. No pride could cover my shame. I looked in mirrors I didn't like, saw a man who lost his fight. But in the silence of my fall, I heard a voice that changed it all. It wasn't loud, it wasn't rage, it wasn't judgment on the page. It was mercy speaking through my tears, saying I've been here through all your years. I don't deserve a second chance. I know I don't. But if you're still there, please don't let me disappear. I lost everything I built with pride, but found grace I cannot hide. At the bottom, I heard God. When I had nothing, I found love. When I was broken beyond repair, He met me right there. I lost the world I tried to build, but I found peace I never felt. And now I know what I couldn't see. God never gave up on me. I thought the bottom was the end, but it was where you became my friend. In the lowest place I ever stood, you turned my broken into good. I came here empty, but I'm not leaving the same, because I found you when I had nothing left. At the bottom, I heard God. When I had nothing, I found love. When I was broken beyond repair, He met me right there. I lost it all, I lost control, but He restored my soul. And now I live to testify. Even at the bottom, God is alive. I thought the bottom would destroy me, but it introduced me to God. I I didn't lose everything at once. I lost it little by little. And the last thing I lost was my faith. I used to pray with fire in my soul. Now I pray just to feel something at all. I used to believe you heard every word. Now silence is all I've ever heard. Life took things I couldn't replace, dreams I buried with no trace. And I started asking in the dark of night, God, are you even still alive in my life? Every amen felt like it hit the floor, like heaven didn't listen anymore. And I kept smiling while I fell apart, with a storm of questions inside my heart. I don't know how to believe again. I don't even know if I want to, because believing hurts. I didn't walk away, I just stopped feeling you. And I thought that meant you left too. When my faith died, God stayed. When I gave up, He didn't walk away. Oh, even in silence, I was not alone. Even in darkness, I was still known. I lost my strength, I lost my soul, but His presence carried me all along. And now I see what I couldn't see. Even when I stopped believing, He believed in me. I questioned every promise you made, watched my hope slowly fade. I thought faith was supposed to feel strong, but I've been weak for so long. Still in the middle of my broken mind, there was a love I couldn't deny. Not loud, not dramatic, not loud at all, just a whisper that refused to let me fall. And slowly I started to understand, you were holding me when I couldn't stand. Even when I thought you were gone, you were the one keeping me going on. If you were real, please don't let me go, because I don't even know how to hold on anymore. I thought faith was me holding on to you, but now I see it was you holding me through. When my faith died, God stayed. When I gave up, He didn't walk away. Oh, even in silence, I was not alone. Even in darkness, I was still known. I lost my strength, I lost my song, but His presence carried me all along. And now I see what I couldn't see. Even when I stopped believing, He believed in me. You never left when I let go, you never stopped when I lost hope. And now I realize through all my pain, you were constant through the rain. I thought my faith was gone. you were still here. And maybe that's all I needed to know. When my faith died, God stayed. When I fell apart, He made a way. And now I sing with broken breath, that even in silence there is life left. I lost my strength, I lost my song, but your love proved me wrong. And now I live to testify. Even when I stopped believing, you were still by my side. I thought my faith had died, but God was still alive. I tried to run away, not from people, but from God. And the more I ran, the more I got lost inside myself. I hid inside my own lies, smiling on the outside while falling apart inside. No one knew what I carried in my chest, but God saw everything, even what I tried to suppress. I kept saying I'll come back someday, but that day never arrived. And every wrong choice I made pulled me further from the voice that still called my name. I traded presence for illusion, I traded love for my own direction. And even knowing I was wrong, I kept walking down the broken road alone. God, if you are still there, I think I lost you. Or maybe I was the one who lost myself from you. I ran from the light, thinking I'd find peace in darkness, but I only found the emptiness of my own loneliness. I hid from God, but He found me. In the middle of my fall, His grace reached me. I thought it was too late to return, but His love never stopped waiting for me. I was escape, I was pain, but He called my name with love again. And now I sing with a broken heart, that even those who run can be found. I built walls so no one could see me cry, but even my walls couldn't hide me from your eyes. I thought I was alone in my pain, but it was God watching me with love through the rain. And when everything inside me started to collapse, I realized there was nowhere left to hide. Not even my pride could hold me up anymore. And on the ground I began to cry out, I'm tired, I can't pretend anymore. If mercy still exists, I need it now. I lost myself trying to find who I am, but only in God did I finally understand. I hid from God, but He found me. In the middle of my fall, His grace reached me. I thought it was too late to return, but His love never stopped waiting for me. I was escape, I was praying, but He called my name with love again. And now I sing with a broken heart, that even those who run can be found. Can be found. It wasn't condemnation. It was a gentle voice touching my heart, saying, "My child, I never left. I have always been here, waiting for you." I thought I had run away from you, but I realize now, you never left me. Now I understand, I was never too far gone. I hid from God, but He found me. In the depths of the abyss, His light lifted me. What was escape became return. What was falling became restoration. I was lost without direction, but He wrote my name into redemption. And now I live to testify that no one runs without God finding them. I tried to run from God, but I discovered He had already embraced me before I even ran. Lord, I don't even know how to begin this. Because if I look at my life, I don't even deserve to speak to heaven. I went too far. I lost myself too much. And yet, I'm here, broken, before you. I walked without direction, lost in darkness, smiles on my face, but emptiness in my heart. Every wrong choice pushed me further away from you. And I kept saying I'm fine, but I had already died inside. I knew the truth, but I chose to ignore it. I played with sin, thinking it would save me. But the more I ran, the deeper I sank, and the voice of my conscience stopped speaking. I got used to guilt staring at me, sleeping with demons I refused to face. And every step I took felt like condemnation, yet I still kept deceiving myself. God, I have no justification, no beautiful words. I only have shame. If you reject me, I will understand. I had no excuses, I had no reason, only a destiny written by my own hands. I was digging my own destruction and calling it freedom in my heart. I was the perfect man for hell, too blind to see eternal love. But even so, your grace found me and pulled me out of the place I condemned myself to. I was guilt, I was pain, but your mercy reached me. And today I sing with tears in my eyes that even the worst sinner can start again. I heard 1,000 voices saying there's no way back, that my past was a weight that could never be fixed. I looked at myself and saw no escape, only a tired soul, wounded and lost. I tried to run from myself, but I couldn't, because everything I carried stayed with me. And every memory became an accusation, saying you are beyond forgiveness. But when I fell to the ground with no strength to rise, I heard a gentle voice saying I will lift you up. And for the first time I could not resist, because it was love calling me out of that place. I don't deserve it, I know I don't deserve it. But if mercy still exists, Lord, please don't pass me by. I had no future, I had no forgiveness, but your cross gave me a new direction. What was a sentence became salvation. What was a fall became a new beginning in your hands. I was the perfect man for hell, too blind to see eternal love. But even so, your grace found me and pulled me out of the place I condemned myself to. I was guilt, I was pain, but your mercy reached me, and today I sing with tears in my eyes that even the worst sinner can start again. It wasn't by strength, it wasn't by worth, it was shed blood, it was pure love on the cross. I saw my name written in forgiveness, and death lost to resurrection. I should have been lost forever, but your voice shouted louder than my thoughts and pulled me out of deep darkness, where my soul had no second chance. Lord, here is everything I am. My failures, my pain, my past. If you want to use me, I am here. Even if I don't understand, I accept it. I was the perfect man for hell, but now I am a son of the eternal God. What was condemnation became salvation. What was an end became a new beginning in your hands. I was guilt, I was pain, but now I live by your love. And with every tear that fell to the ground, a new song was born inside me. I thought it was the end, but it was only the beginning of grace. Thank you for not giving up on me. No one knew, not even the people closest to me. I was falling apart in silence. I learned how to hide my pain behind a perfect smile again. I said I'm fine every day, while slowly fading away. I showed strength I didn't feel, I pretended wounds would heal, but inside I was breaking down without making a sound. People saw success in me, but never what I couldn't be. So they cried at night, trying to survive the fight. I'm not okay, but I don't know how to say it, so I just keep pretending. The louder I smiled outside, the more I died inside. I was smiling, but I was dying inside, carrying storms I couldn't hide, and no one saw the tears I cried. God saw everything I felt, every piece of pain I held. And in the silence of my broken heart, you were there from the start. I thought I had to be strong, even when everything was wrong. So I built a wall so high, no one could see me cry. But walls don't heal what's inside, they only help the pain to hide. And I was trapped within my own disguise, living two different lives, until the moment I couldn't pretend, and everything started to end. Not my life, but my denial, that I was barely able to smile. God, I can't keep doing this. I'm tired of pretending. Please see the real me. What I hid from the world, you saw all along. I was smiling, but I was dying inside, carrying storms I couldn't hide. And no one saw the tears I cried behind my eyes. But God saw everything I felt, every piece of pain I held. And in the silence of my broken heart, you were there from the start. You didn't ask me to be strong, you just loved me all along. And the mask I used to wear fell apart in your care. I don't want to pretend anymore. I just want to be real with you. I was smiling, but I was dying inside. But you saw the truth I tried to hide, and in my weakness you became my strength. You met me in my breaking. Now I don't have to hide again, because you call me friend. And everything I thought would break me down, you turned around. I was dying inside, but God kept me alive. I was done, completely done. I had nothing left to hold on to. I woke up feeling nothing inside, just a body trying to survive. Every breath felt like a fight in a never-ending night. I looked in the mirror and didn't see me, just a shadow of what used to be. And I whisper with no hope at all, God, if you're there, I might fall. Every dream I had turned to dust, every promise lost its trust. And I couldn't see a way ahead, only thoughts inside my head. I can't do this anymore, I'm tired. Maybe it would be easier to just stop. And right when I was letting go, something broke through my soul. The day I was about to give up, you showed up when I had no strength left. You were enough. You spoke life don't know why I held on so long when everything felt so wrong. But somehow in my lowest place I felt the touch of grace. It wasn't loud, it wasn't grand, just a gentle holding hand saying, "Child, don't you leave, I still have plans you can't yet see." And in that moment, everything changed. My heart was no longer the same, because the darkness had to flee when you stepped in for me. I was ready to end it all, but then I felt you, and I couldn't do it anymore. What I thought was the end was where you began. The day I was about to give up, oh, you showed up when I had no strength left. You were enough, oh, you spoke life into my broken heart and pulled me out of the dark. I thought it was the end of me, but it was the start of being free. And in the moment I let go, you saved my soul, yeah. You turned my last breath into praise. You turned my night into days, and everything I thought was gone, you proved was never done. I thought I was finished, but you rewrote my story. The day I was about to give up, you showed up when I had no strength left. You were enough. You lifted me from where I fell and broke the gates of hell. I was lost, but now I see. Oh, you rescued me, and now I live to testify. You saved my life. I almost gave up, but God didn't give up on me. I thought God forgot me. I really believed that, because nothing was changing. I prayed into empty rooms with no answer coming through. Days turned into silent years, filled with doubts and hidden tears. I watched others get their signs while I was left behind, and I started questioning why He seemed so far from my life. Every promise I held tight felt like it lost its light, and slowly I began to say, maybe He walked away. God, if you are real, why can't I feel you anymore? Or did you leave me here alone? But silence was not absence, and distance was not rejection. I thought God forgot me, but He never did. Even when I couldn't feel Him, He still hid me in His hands. I was the one who drifted away, lost in my own pain, and now I see through broken eyes. He was there all this time, even when I lost walked away. Life got heavy on my chest. I started feeling less and less, like heaven wasn't listening to anything I was bringing. But looking back, I now can see it wasn't him leaving me. It was my heart growing numb from battles I had become. And in the quiet I misunderstood a love that never stopped being good. 'Cause even when I couldn't feel, his presence was still real. It wasn't that you left, it was me who drifted, and you were still right there. Faith doesn't always feel, but truth is still real. I thought God forgot me, but he never did. Even when I couldn't feel him, he still hid me in his hands. I was the one who drifted away, lost in my own pain, and now I see through broken eyes. He was there all this time, even when I lost my way. He never walked away. He never walked away. You were never far from me, even in my disbelief. And what I thought was abandonment was love that never ended. I can't always feel you, but now I know you are here. I thought God forgot me, but he never did. Even in my silence, he still heard my cry within. I was lost, but now I see you never left me. And now I stand with open eyes, no longer believing lies. Because even when I feel alone, I was never on my own. He didn't forget me, I just couldn't see him.